Hey there, everyone, and welcome to my craft room. My name's Julianne Richards, and I'm here in, well, I would say sunny Tasmania, but it's a bit cloudy and cold today. So nice autumn weather that we're experiencing here in Hobart today. I do have to work out a new introduction. I haven't managed to work that out yet. It's welcome to the craft room. It used to go on and say other things, but I don't belong to a Stampin' Up anymore, so I have to work something else out to say. So we'll get there. Might run a competition or something. You can work out my new introduction line, something that flows nice and easily off the tongue. Just bear with me. I'm going to check my run a competition. There we go. Check my volume. Looks okay. And I've got Evelyn on already. Good morning, Evelyn. You must have been waiting, bated breath, ready to come on and watch today. So not really 100% today. So to rush for it, you'll know it's because, something's happened to either Ruby or it's happened to me. Ruby's got a little bit of a tummy ache. And I hope the internet's working today. It's just told me that it's gone offline, so hopefully it's back online now. But anyway, Ruby's got a bit of a tummy ache, so we had to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning cleaning up after her. She's very laid low today. She's not eating or anything. So hopefully it's just something she's eaten. She, being a golden retriever, will eat anything that comes her way, even if it's not meant to be eaten. And she even did have to wrestle a starfish out of her mouth last week at the beach. And yes, we know that the starfish down here are not very good for the tummies of anyone, really. So yeah, hopefully that's the starfish, and it'll clear her stomach, and she'll be happier. And we'll both be back on deck soon. Anyway, so here we are. No more talks of tummies. We've got Anna on and Sally as well, and here I've got Judy and Glenda as well. So lovely to have you on, ladies. Let's get started. Going to make and this is the one I made for the event, or the event description. It's what we call an envelope. What did we call it? An envelope tuck card, fold card. So basically, it's a card like that. The envelope comes up and tucks over there, and then it opens up like a normal card like that. So that's our envelope tuck card. I'm getting quite addicted over here. I've actually made another two. Made one with Sally and Elizabeth and all the ladies when they were here yesterday. We just had a little bit of an impromptu craft session. So I made one then. So this is Paper Rose Rainbow Village or Rainbow Garden, I think it is, something like that, but it's really, really bright. I got so much of it that I actually thought I'd better use it on something, and it's quite nice. If you like nice, bright cards, then that's a nice one. I think this would be really good as a gift card holder as well. You could pop a little pocket in that, and you could give it as a gift card holder. So that's the one I made for the event. This one is the one I made. It's got cat hair on it. What a surprise. This is the one I made when the ladies were at my house yesterday. Sorry, I'll try and get the focus right today. And this is using the Rustic Spring, which is the collection I'm featuring for this month's class. And I've actually opened this one up on the other side. So I've opened it up on the right rather than the left, but I don't think it really makes too much difference. So that's Rustic Spring. There you are. And one that I just popped together just then, which I think is my favourite of all. And this is using some Stampin' Up paper. Sorry, I've just moved away to get the paper. This is Stampin' Up paper I bought in one of my last orders before I resigned. It's called Delicate Dreams. And I think I bought a couple of packs of it because I thought it was just so gorgeous. So this one I've gone back to opening on the left. We've got that there, and I've just fussy cut some images there for the front. So yeah, I think that's my favourite so far. I think I like that one a lot. So as I say, that is, and if you want to get that one, if you want me to put you Delicate Dreams, it's a specialty designer series paper because it's got the gold. If you want me to put you onto someone to sell you that, please reach out. One of my lovely team ladies can sell you that, I'm sure. So there's the three I've made already. As I say, I got a little bit carried away, so I've got three there, and they're all thinking of you cards. because I'm making them for handmade cards for seniors, where the theme for the current theme is thinking of you. So if you have a stash of cards at home and you think, what am I going to do with all these cards? And you want to donate them to Handmade Cards for Seniors. It's a lovely Aussie group collecting places most of us, all of over Australia. Just reach out and I can put you in touch with Wendy if you want to donate to that cause or become a collection point. Even better, I reckon. But if Wendy comes on, I'm sure she'll give us the details as well. Anyway, so welcome to my craft room. Yes, Dan, I think, Fran, I've got the welcome to my craft room. It's just that it seems like it needs something after that. Welcome to my craft room. My name's Julianne Richards. And then I used to say I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I need something to drag it out so I can get myself prepared for my live. Anyway, I have already popped the measurements for this card in the comments on YouTube, I think, and in the comments on Facebook. So you should be able to see them there. I'll just go through them roughly as we go. For this one, I'm using the Be Happy card making kit. So Paper Rose have a whole range of bees and flowers and sunflowers and things. So the card making kits are really handy and a good value. I'm using the Cardbase I'm using is back to Stampin' Up Blueberry Bunch. So I think it goes really well with the blue from the sunflower skies. Okay, so anyway, so this is a normal card base. Now, this is a card from Lisa C, one of the big US demonstrators, but of course she used American measurements on her version of the card. So I've basically changed this one for Aussie measurements, and I've changed it a little bit so I think I get a better value from the cardstock and the paper for this one. So more bang for your buck as far as the paper is concerned. Jan's there as well, and Krista. Good morning, Krista. So anyway, so that's our normal card base. It's 5 3/4 high and 8 1/4 long, and I've scored it in the middle for a normal card base. I'm going to go back to opening on the on the right, which makes it a back to front card. So that's the first thing that you've got to remember when you're making this one. You can have an opening on the left or opening on the right, but if you do it opening like normal cards, you're going to have your little flap on the right-hand side, whereas the others are on the left-hand side. I'm going to have it opening on the right, which you probably have to work that out before you do anything else or you'll be in big trouble. Okay, so then what you need is some other pieces of designer series paper and or cardstock. So this one is, as I say, from the Be Happy. It's got this lovely series of little sunflowers, or quite big sunflowers, sort of gazing up into a beautiful blue sky, and that's what I'm going to use for the cover of this one. Done something slightly different with this one, you'll see in a minute. Now you can use the extender, the little envelope flap. You can use cardstock, or you can use designer series paper or patterned paper. It's entirely up to you. I've used patterned paper for all of these, mostly because I think it's a little bit more flexible. So when you're actually coming to tuck this under here, you have to give it quite a bend, right? So I think if you use plain cardstock, it's going to be tricky to get it to close properly. Whereas if you use designer series paper, you've got that little bit more flexibility. If you want to use cardstock, maybe pop it through an embossing folder. It not only makes it prettier, it gives it some pattern, but also loosens those fibres a bit so you can actually get it to bend under. So I haven't done one with designer series paper with cardstock yet, but I'm sure I will since I'm so addicted. But anyway, so that's our little sunny sunflowers there, okay, on our card. And as I say, it's backwards to the normal because I've got my score down the right-hand side. Then I'll make the extender piece, and I've mentioned that in the instructions, just the size of the original piece of cardstock or paper. And I'm actually just, as I say, I'm doing something slightly different. I'm going to use just an extension of our little sunflowers to pop there. So this one is the full length of the card base. It's 5 3/4 and it's 3 1/4 wide. So what we need to do is do some scoring and some cutting there. I'll grab my Trimmers basically decided to run out of blades, so I did buy some blades before I resigned as well, but I'm going to have to buy some more. So, yeah, watch out, guys. There'll be an order coming. So what you first need to do is do a little score, and the score is what you're going to fold in and under to attach your envelope. So this is something I changed this from Lisa's card. I think she had quite a bit of waste in this, so I've taken it down a wee bit. So I'm going to score it first of all on the left-hand side. And be careful when you're scoring, as you know, careful when you're scoring designer series paper because you will go straight through it if you're too heavy. So yes, score it at 3/4 of an inch. So that's the little flap that's going to be folded up and under and attach it to our card. So, and before you get rid of it, grab a pencil. And I did have a pencil here somewhere. So you've scored it at, I'll just turn it around. You've scored it at 3/4. Move it through to another 1/2 inch to 1 1/4, and just pop a little pencil mark top and bottom. Just a little one top and a little one bottom. Or other way around, Julianne. So there. Hopefully I'll be able to see that. And then what you do is turn it sideways. It's, as I say, it's 5 3/4. So half of 5 3/4 is 2 7/8. So I'm going to pop a little pencil mark there as well. So I've got a pencil mark halfway there and then 1/2 inch there and 1/2 inch there. What we're going to do is just turn it, and this is where cutting our envelope point. One there. I'm going to try and work out what to do with these lovely triangles. And again, make sure I know where that is. I see it in the light there. It's just on that dark piece of leaf there. Typical. There. Dark piece of leaf. There. Okay, and that gives you your point of your envelope. What we're going to do now is bring back our card. So as I say, this can be designer series paper, it can be cardstock, it can be whatever you want to fit in with your pattern. So what I've done is I've actually continued the pattern of my lovely sunflowers there. Okay, so grab some glue, pop it on that flap that we said. Okay, bring it back, and on the outside, so you're actually you're gluing it to the back there. You're gluing that, and that's the score line that we've popped there at 3/4 of an inch. Now you can pop it, and I did it with one of the other ones. If you can glue it on the inside and then cover that with a white panel, then if you don't like the look of that at the back, it's entirely doable. But I felt it looked a little bit untidy on the inside when I did it that way, and I'd rather it look untidy on the back than on the inside. And so there we are. So that's our little envelope flap there. Now we'll decorate the inside now, and we'll come and do the fun bit on the outside as at the end. So I've got some more of that gorgeous paper. This one's just blue background with some sun or daisies or sunflowers. It's pretty on the other side as well. So I'm going to just put a piece of designer series paper, patterned paper there. And again, just refer to the measurements in the description for these measurements here. And then a white layer. Oh, that moved then, didn't it? There we are. And a white layer as well. Just there. And I had some very I wish they've gone. I had some lovely leftover bits that I was going to pop there, but I must have swept them. Oh no, it's on the floor. Everything's on the floor. On the floor, Miss Jane. So some strategically placed sized pieces of leftover, which I thought I don't want to waste them, so I'll pop that down here. Yeah. There we go. So that's the inside of our envelope there. So So it closes over like that. Now, of course, we need something here to stop our envelope from flipping open like that. So I've got various circles here. That one there's got the flowers and the mushrooms on it. This has got a pretty vase circle there. And this one with the die cuts, the fussy cuts from the paper, which is my favourite, I think. So in this one, I've got another circle of our blueberry bushel. I'm going to start forgetting the names, aren't I? Pop that on there with a bit of cat hair. We're wondering actually whether Rosie, the dog, could be allergic to the cats. So has anyone ever heard of a dog being allergic to cats before? Now, I'm allergic to cats, so I have to stay away from them because my son's bought his 2 cats to live with us while he's selling his home. And all these sort of itches and scratches and tummy aches and things of Ruby's seem to correspond to when the cats came to live with us. So has anyone heard of dogs being allergic to cats? Or dogs being allergic to other dogs? Who knows? But anyway, we think she's got some sort of allergy. She's always been an allergic dog. Okay, so I've got a little basket, a little what's the word? A little trolley? No, a little trolley with some flowers there. I'm going to pop that onto our circle. So this one is just a circle that's the 2 3/8 inch punch with the corresponding size of the stylish shapes dies there. I'm going to just pop my little trolley of flowers there. So cute. And I had this huge bee, like mega big bee, like something out of a horror movie. I thought maybe I could put him on there, but I thought, no, he's a little bit too much like a horror movie. So I found a little small one, little small bee that's not going to cause us to have nightmare dreams. So I might pop him onto some dimensionals. I'll use the big bee inside, I think. Now, flower cart. Thank you. Isn't it funny sometimes? It's funny, Carla, and everyone watching well, I'm in my 60s now, so I suppose it's going to happen. Some days you have the word and it is there. It is there on the tip of your tongue and you cannot find it. You cannot find it. It's happening a little bit more than I'm comfortable with these days. But yeah, it's just so funny. Someone that's had a whole life around surrounding words and writing and everything, and then all of a sudden one day you wake up and the words just won't present themselves. Anyway, flower cart. That's exactly the word I wanted, little flower cart. So lots of die cuts in with this Be Happy kit. You can die cut them out and just you don't have to worry with stamping and stuff like that. So it's really good. So I'm going to pop that on here. So this is going to be raised up a little bit so that the corner of our envelope can sort of pop in and under and hold fast. So to know where to put the dimensionals, what I'm going to do is position it where I want it to be, sort of central. And then what I'm doing is just marking it very lightly with my pencil where the envelope will disappear behind the circle. So in this sort of area here. And I'll grab my dimensionals. I had some big ones here somewhere. Finally sprung into the big ones. And then just from clockwise around from those marks is where I'm going to pop the dimensionals. That saves the guesswork with, putting them where you're not supposed to pop them so that they keep that little, just making ourselves a little pocket, a little sort of, a little pocket for the dimensionals to go in. Seems like I lose the words a lot more when I'm trying to explain things on a video, which is not a good thing given what I like to do. Okay, so now I'll put this back here. It's easy now. I just need to reposition those little pencil marks I made so that they fit back where they did before. Here we are. And then we have our little envelope fastener, just like that. Okay, here we are. Now, I haven't got any bling on this one, but I could add some bling if I wanted to. And I do have my big bee. I do like my big bee, so I think I'll put him in there somewhere just to give him a bit of a run. I might pop him here, just on that little blue strip there like that. Okay, just a little bee inside. Well, he's a big bee, as I say. He's like that movie. Does anyone remember that? I know that was a fly, that Jeff Goldblum movie from years ago, horror movie it was, where he turned into a fly from a scientific experiment he was doing. This is the bee version. Okay, so I've got hugs and kisses here. I couldn't find a thinking of you. I'm sure I've got one around somewhere, but I just couldn't find it while I was preparing. Hugs and kisses. Just going to pop that on there. Make sure I haven't put that dimensional too far over. Just to make it so I can donate this one. There we are. Hugs and kisses. Yeah, and this is one's done. Okay, so that is our envelope tuck fold. Thanks to Lisa C. Yeah, I really like that, and I like the spring. Actually, I might, if I was doing it again, I'd probably move it up a little bit further so I see more of my sunflowers, but that's okay. I can live with that. Hugs and kisses there. In fact, I think it is a little bit low. I might move that up before I take its picture. Anyway, and then we have our other ones with our other themes as well. So there we are. So this is our envelope tuck fold. As I say, refer to the measurements in the YouTube description and the Facebook description, and give it a go. Let me know what you come up with. I'm loving seeing all the cards that you guys are coming up with as a result of our sessions together on a Monday. It's so great. Now, as I mentioned in one of my Facebook posts, if you do buy things from Paper Rose as a result of seeing them, that's these three, as a result of seeing them in my YouTube videos or my Facebook posts, please, when you place the order with them, please reach out and tell them that you saw it on my social media. Just let them know. I don't expect them to do anything, but I would like them to know that I'm selling their stuff so that they and I can come to a nice agreement about it, because at the moment I'm not getting any payments from them at all. So as I say, seeing something you like, you decide to buy it from Paper Rose, please just pop them an email, just a quick one at the same time saying, I bought this today. I saw it on Julianne's YouTube and I thought it was great, so I decided to buy it. Just something like that, just something quick and easy. But anyway, I would appreciate that if you could. But anyway, thanks for that today. Nice quick one. Thankfully, Ruby seems to be sleeping in the other room, so she hasn't had an emergency. And yeah, we'll hopefully, fingers crossed, she'll feel better as the week goes by. But thank you guys for joining me. Have a great week. And I will see you all again